So I was telling you ki how this recursive function works. Over here you can see that the value of fact, or the fn was passed was 5. So when it reaches to the else part, over here it is written return n, that is 5 multiply by fact n minus 1. So over here you can easily see the n minus 1, the value of n minus 1 becomes 4. So this gets converted like 5 gets multiplied by fact 4. So this is again the calling of the function. So this again takes you where? It again takes you to the definition of the function. So this is called what? This is called the function calling once again. So what is being seen over here, that the fact function is actually calling the same fact function. So function is calling itself, the fact is calling fact. So from here the value of n gets converted into 4. The original value of n was 5, but now the value of n becomes 4 because it becomes n minus 1. So from here onwards the same thing is going to happen, and again control reaches to the definition part of the function, and from here the value of n is going to be what? And the value of n is going to be 4. So over here, from here this part, this fact 4 is going to be elaborate like, again it reaches to the, not to the base case, that is n equals to 0, not to the n equals to 1, but again it reaches to the else part, and again the same statement is written, return n multiply by fact n minus 1. So over here it is important what is happening, the fact 4 is getting converted into n, that is n becomes 4, and it is getting multiplied by 4 into fact n minus 1. So what becomes n minus 1? It again becomes 3. So the value of n becomes 3 now, not 4. So again this part is important, and it is again a function. So it is again taking you where? It is again taking you to the definition part. So again the value of the n becomes what? 3. So again it is not going to the base case, neither to n equals to 0 nor to n equal to 1. Again it reaches to the else part, and again this fact 3 is getting converted into what? 3 multiply by fact 2. So it is very important ki what is being happened. 5 is getting multiplied by this part, and this part is getting converted into what? 4 into fact 3, and fact 3 is getting multiplied into 3 into fact 2. So what is going to happen over here, if you see carefully, it is actually 5 is getting multiplied by 4, 4 is actually getting multiplied by 3, and 3 is going to be multiplied by 2 until unless the value of fact 2 is going to be what? Is going to be fact what? It is going to be fact 1. So now this is important part ki where this fact 1 is going to take you. So when the value of n becomes 1, it will take you what? It will take you where? It will actually take you to this else part, to the base case. It will take you to the base case, not to the non-base case. It will take you to the base case where the value of n becomes 1. So it is basically returning 1. So this 1 is returned where? This 1 gets returned to this part. So this is getting changed into, this part is getting changed into 1 only. So 1 reaches here, and 5 gets multiplied by 4, gets multiplied by 3, gets multiplied by 2, and gets multiplied by 1. So the resultant is what? 120, and this 120 is getting returned back to this f into the original calling function, that is main, and with the help of this printf statement, the value of factorial, that is 120, gets printed onto the screen. So how this is going to happen, you can see over here. It is the same manner as I have explained you ki return 5 into fact 4, 4 gets multiplied into fact 3, 3 gets multiplied gets changed into 3 into fact 2, fact 2 gets changed into 2 into fact 1, and fact 1 gets changed into 1. So this is how 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 becomes 120. So this is how the factorial is calculated over here, and this is called the recursive factorial function. Why this is called recursive factorial function? I'm again telling you ki kindly look into it. If you see carefully over here, it is written fact, and fact is calling the function fact. The value of argument is no doubt getting changed, but the function is calling itself. So whenever the function calling itself, it creates a loop. Whenever a function calls itself, it is called what? It is called a recursive function. Why it is a recursive function? Because inside the fact, inside the definition, what is written inside the definition, the same function is written, and control is again taking you back to the definition function, again back to the function. We are coming here and again going here, again going here. So this is creating a loop type of thing. So this is how the recursive function works. And recursive function, for your knowledge point of view, I will tell you that the factorial function, or the factorial, not factorial, but the recursion or the recursive function always takes the help of the data structure called stack. And stack is a memory where the things are stored like last in first out. So if a question is asked in the examination कि which data structure or which memory is used in the case of the recursive function, so always mention that stack is a memory, or stack is a concept which is used by the recursive function or the recursion. And what is stack? Stack is a memory, or it is a arrangement where the last in first out things are seen. That is the last value stored, that is 4 is stored last, it will always take out first. So this is called LIFO, last in first out. Which gets entered into the memory at last is always taken first, which is stored last into the memory. Suppose 1 was stored firstly, then 2 was stored, then 3 was stored, then 4 was stored. But when you want to get the things out from this memory, 4 will always come first from the memory. So 4 was put into the memory in the very last, but it was taken very first from the memory. When it is required, 4 is always taken back very first. So this is the concept of the stack, last in first out, which is used in the case of the recursive function. So this is how we can perform so many, or we can do so many problems with the help of the recursive functions. Thank you so much. So the next examples will we do with the help of the recursive functions, or which are important, are the Fibonacci series example, to calculate the Fibonacci series, to calculate the sum of the first n numbers. All these are the examples which are basically performed, or which are done with the help of the recursive function. It can be asked into the AKTU examinations. Thank you.